There's hardly any media left that didn't broadcast the confrontation between Wendy Williams and her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, over the divorce settlement. Things started to get ugly as soon as Kevin stopped seeing Wendy's money flowing into his pockets and came up with a row of lame excuses and lawsuits in an attempt to receive financial support. Despite all his expectations, Wendy decided not to put up with his demands, and no one imagined what she had prepared for her ex and his mistress. Hi everyone, and welcome to CELEB Live channel. As usual, we come back with the hottest updates on the most discussed events and scandals in the lives of your favorite celebrities. The drama surrounding Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter's divorce has been going on for quite a while now, but it seems that ex-spouses don't want to play nicely. Apart from all controversies between the former couple, now their own child got dragged into the spotlight. Stick with us until the end of this video so that you don't miss any details. Wendy Williams' marriage seemed to be cloudless for almost 22 years until the news about a divorce surfaced. And although the TV star says that she doesn't regret any single moment she spent with Kevin Hunter and firing back at him has nothing to do with the fact that he was keeping a mistress for 15 years and had a baby with her, she stopped paying alimony in February 2022. Hunter reacted with a pile of lawsuits, demands, and comments, stating that he, 100, depends on this money, and Wendy doesn't stick to her part of the deal. But is there any ground behind his bravado? Let's look at the information the press has obtained from a court document. According to it, Kevin Hunter demanded the court to resume payments in full via Wendy's financial guardian because this is written in their divorce papers and he has no other income to sustain his life and pay the bills. According to him, and we quote, "I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the Homeowners Association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the Homeowners Association fees are not paid, a foreclosure will soon follow." Hunter is confident that Williams is obliged to pay him a certain sum every month, not taking into account the fact that she lost her job, was hospitalized, and was later placed under financial guardianship so she doesn't have access to her funds and accounts. Even knowing about his wife's emotional issues and other hardships she's going through, Kevin has the nerve to ask for finances to sustain his mistress and the posh life that he is used to. Among Hunter's current expenses, which Wendy was generously paying for from her own pocket, are the house where he lives with his mistress, Sharina, Hudson, their child, the car insurance, the credit card that he failed to pay for, and his medical bills. Kevin hinted that he was suffering from huge pain and was unable to get proper treatment because he didn't have health insurance. He stated that his life was falling apart since the payments stopped coming and claimed that Wendy had no right to cut him off. Is he worried about his own happiness and doesn't really see what his ex-wife is dealing with right now? The fact that Williams' millions are now under the guidance of her financial guardian doesn't stop him from begging. However, Kevin has not received any explanation or basis for why the payments had stopped coming all of a sudden. We didn't know the truth either until one of the sources revealed that there was a particular agreement in the divorce settlement papers. The attorney of the TV host pointed out that his defendant had lost her job at the Wendy Williams show. Her contract with the network had been terminated without any compensation, and she had no more income since October 2021. He also cited the divorce papers, which Kevin Hunter himself signed in January 2020, that all payments, financial support, and alimony would last as long as the TV star had any projects. Now, when she is basically jobless, despite those huge sums on her account, she has the right to suspend all payments in favor of her ex. The attorney also stressed that Wendy didn't get a dime of income since October 2021 due to her deteriorating physical health and nervous breakdown, partially caused by the strength-draining divorce, and that was enough to stop sending a chunk of money to her cheating ex. But counting the money, did you know that Williams was getting $55,000 for each episode of her successful talk show, which resulted in a pleasant sum of $10 million per year? This, of course, happened before she was hospitalized and forced to leave the show without any chance for renewal. However, everyone knows how devoted and passionate Wendy was to her job, so it's the show that led to her ruined health and following problems with finances. The worst part is that Kevin was aware of all this, but kept pressuring his ex and her guardian for payment renewal. Even when the tabloids reported that Wendy's accounts were frozen because of her unstable condition and the way she was seen in public, he did not show a bit of tolerance, patience, or compassion to the woman he spent 25 years under one roof. At the time when Wells Fargo shut down the possibility for Wendy to use her money, several things, like financial abuse, dementia, and undue influence were suspected. That's why Williams was placed under guardianship. But it didn't stop Hunter from contacting her financial guardian. Fans were already thinking that things are getting messy when Williams agreed to financially support her husband and his new family after the divorce. But apparently, no one understood the severity of the problems until several public incidents involving Wendy being drunk, after which she went to a fancy rehab to get proper treatment for severe alcohol abuse. This has been a tough year for her considering she just came back from another rehab in Miami and claimed she was sober. Her issues with alcohol lasted for many years now, and doctors even tried to forbid her to consume alcohol at all. Wendy didn't have enough strength to fight the problem on her own, especially with no support from the people around her. Eventually, the pile of her problems became so big that it collapsed and ruined her mental state, physical well-being, and career as a TV host. But most importantly, it worsened her good relationship with her only son, Kevin Hunter Jr. If we believe the information that appears in the press, Kevin Jar was forced to leave his alma mater in Florida and put his education on pause for the whole year in order to be there for his mom and support her during the struggles with his medical disorders. Another news that has hit the U.S. tabloids was the official information about Kevin Jar being evicted from his $2 million posh apartment because of unpaid rent. Kevin commented that he didn't even know that money stopped coming until he received an eviction note with almost $70,000 of debt. As he mentioned, it was his mother who paid for his housing, as well as for the rest of his expenses, and she promised him to buy that property at the end of the lease. It seems that Kevin Jr. was not even aware of the payments coming to his landlord until one day they stopped. Of course, the 22-year-old understands that the reason behind this is the frozen accounts and financial guardianship, which all were caused by earlier health issues that Williams battled throughout the last couple of years. However, it all was truly shocking and unexpected for him because he has spent the last year flying between Florida and New York City to check on his mom's well-being and stayed by her side while she was in a Malibu medical facility at the beginning of 2022. Why does it feel that only Kevin Hunter Sr. turns a blind eye to what's happening with his ex-wife and is determined to get the money by all means? This all seems just embarrassing, considering the way he treated her during their marriage and possibly causing her current condition. Fans are enraged and don't miss the opportunity to express their opinion about Hunter's attitude on social media. One person summarized all our thoughts in one tweet. Kevin Hunter is absolutely pathetic. Wendy herself doesn't have access to her own money, but you think you should. Maybe if you didn't contribute to driving her crazy, she would still be capable of working and paying for your lifestyle. Get your mistress, Sharina Hudson, to work. Maybe it's time for Kevin and his mistress to stop waiting for donations and start working hard to provide for their new family and the small kid they have together. What do you think about this situation? Will we see Hunter hitting a job market, or will he continue making excuses to live at Wendy's expense? And will it be even possible now, taking into account that the TV star basically fights for her life and sanity at the moment? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get updates about this dramatic story. That's all for today. Goodbye.